Hello YouTube, welcome to another riveting episode of me playing with my balls. Welcome to Olympus Reptiles, and today I am going to play with my balls, and I'm going to play with my balls on camera. And yes, I'm making a lot of ball and playing with my balls jokes, just because I'm mad at YouTube, so anyway, I can poke that bear a little bit. I think I will. But what today's video is going to be about is I want to show you, because we're kind of about midway through season. I shouldn't say midway really. What have we hatched, Kurt? We've hatched 6 clutches total. Is that right? Yes. And so we're not quite midway through hatching.
We're a third.
About a third of the way. But I thought I wanted to feature what we're going to hold back so far. So let's go ahead and start sharing that with you. The first one we're going to hold back is this little gem right here. She is a female. And you'll kind of see that's a pretty big theme. Most of what we're going to keep this year is definitely females. And this is a champagne inchie. Some things I hold back because I have a plan. Some things I hold back because they're pretty and they make me happy. This snake isn't either of those two. Well, it is pretty. It does make me happy. I can certainly use it in my breeding plans, but it wasn't like something I was focused on. Why I kept this snake is this snake is a culmination of mine and Kurt's friendship. This represents everything that makes us friends. And what I mean is this. Kurt, what do you think of champagne?
It's, I don't know, not very good.
Not very good, Gene. You can do better than that. Tell me how you really feel. Let it out, man. This is a time to express our feelings on camera to the world, Kurt.
It's like you took a snake and rolled it in mud.
It's like you took a snake and rolled it in mud. So Kurt doesn't really like champagne. And me, Inchie to me is kind of like, eh. And that's what I mean. It's just nothing exciting. It's kind of boring. The colors, eh. The patterns, eh. I could take it or leave it. It does a good job cleaning up pattern and things, but you know, so does fire. So Inchie for me is kind of eh. However, when you take those two genes, and Inchie is one of Kurt's favorite, and Champagne is one of my favorites, and you bring them together, something that each of us like and the other one doesn't like ends up making something very gorgeous that we can both agree on is awesome. So this snake is like the snake of compromise. That's why we kept her. She is the snake of compromise that makes Kurt say there's something good about Champagne and makes me say there's something good about Inchie. Champagne Inchie female. And that is her story. So next up is this one's listed as a holdback. And I say that, boy, you are just a hungry little monkey. You know, she was a slow one to start eating. There you go. And she's a little GHI female. Now, for now, she's listed as a holdback. There's a chance I may change my mind later. Probably not. Let me get her to ball up a little bit for you. But you can really see her color. You can really see she's pretty. And I probably will go ahead and keep her. Because, you know, there's a point to having just single genes sometimes in your breed program. Because I may want to mix certain genes for certain looks and not want to mix others. So for instance, I also have a GHI Mojave female you're going to see here soon. But I may want to put lesser Pastel into this without putting Mojave into it as well, to try to make some brighter things. And with the Mojave and of course lesser, I would start running into bells, and then I wouldn't know what those bells are if they have GHI or whatnot. So sometimes it's good to have just of something and not always the combo, and the combo is better in other forms. So I probably will keep her because I think she fits into some plans that I want to do and some directions I want to take GHI when I don't want the Mojave. But there's also some directions where I really want the Mojave. So she is going to stay for that purpose most likely. And plus she's just a really good example of what I was looking for in a straight GHI. Really nice. So we'll put her back in there. Go on, girlie. And that brings us to the next one. That one isn't a holdback actually. And that is the aforementioned GHI Mojave. This is a snake I simply bred and I kept because I wanted it. I wanted it. It wouldn't have mattered if it was male or female. I would have kept it. I would have fit it into my plan somewhere because, well, I wanted it. Like, this is one of those desired snakes. I didn't have a GHI Mojave. I wanted a GHI Mojave. I purposely didn't buy a GHI Mojave because I wanted to make a GHI Mojave. Boom, GHI Mojave. So it's staying for that purpose there. This is one of those snakes too that the combination is just so gorgeous. I also think it could be made prettier. The problem is going to be on the GHI Mojave as people start to work different things into here. Is what everybody's going to want to do is blacken the black, right, and brighten the stripe. And that's really hard to do because you're working some contrasting things, you know. You just are. So yes, you're going to have to work towards that goal, and it's going to be a difficult goal to do. You know, fire might help brighten that up, but it also may bring out more in the black that I don't want to bring out. I have some ideas of some things maybe I can run to this to accomplish those goals, but we'll certainly see how it goes. You know, the biggest thing you look at and say, man, what would really go well with that would be something like, you know, Mystic, because Mystic tends to make blacks blacker, and it also cleans up things. The problem is Mystic and Mojave together make Mystic potions, so you can't get that look with Mystic and a Mojave GHI without it being a completely different type of snake. Still a really cool snake, but a different type of snake. All right, put that little girl back in there. And then that brings us to the last holdback of the year so far. So this is only going to be 3 snakes in this video, so they're all going to get a little bit of time to show off. We do plan on having more holdbacks and more additions. You know, every year we try to add about 10 to 15 snakes. So
this is the 4th one.
This is the 4th one? Is it the 4th? Oh, it is the 4th one. Sorry, the 4th one. So we still have about another 10 to 12 we'll add, whether that's through purchase or holdbacks, we'll decide. This is the only male we've kept so far this year, and that is a super pastel axanthic post shed. I will show you one of its siblings to compare it to. That is a pastel axanthic. Now, I'm not keeping this next one I'm showing you. I just want to put it up here at the same time so you can see the difference in the 2 snakes. It is clear what you're looking at there. So this snake, you know, being the super, will always pass on pastel. It'll always pass on 1 copy of the axanthic. So to a visual axanthic, all the babies will be axanthic. To a head axanthic, half of them will be. It was made by pairing a pastel axanthic to a pastel head axanthic. We only got 1 of them, and it happened to have penises, so we are still going to keep it. Again, this is a snake I wanted. It's going to probably replace my pastel axanthic male breeder down the road. I think they're just beautiful. I mean, look at the head on that thing. Really washed out. And it's got a lot of, you know, blushing in the pattern, and then just the difference in the contrast. You know, this already has that silver look to it, and this is more of an almost white. This will end up being silver, you know, but a light silver, kind of like my zebra bee, but a little bit lighter, whereas this will, you know, look a little darker. I can't show you an older one of those because I simply don't have an older one of those. I can show you an older pastel axanthic. Whoa! Tried to bite me. Let's not be that way, huh? Yeah. There you go. This is an older pastel axanthic to give you an idea of how this one's going to look as it ages. You know, and this one will always be several shades lighter. So that'll kind of give you an idea of what's going on there with those snakes. Yeah, so anyway, this is the one we're keeping, and that is so far the holdbacks that we have. This snake here is about 1 year old, if you're curious. I don't know why she had such an attitude problem with me. Kurt, any questions?
Is there any pairings that we're still waiting to hatch that you know you're gonna hold something back?
God, that's hard to say. Yes, I mean, assuming we get a pied female, I'll probably keep 1 more pied female to keep working towards my little pied army. So that's very likely to have a holdback. The snow clutch very well could have a holdback if we hit a snow. We have that special clutch that I do think I'm hoping she's gonna lay where she's very dark. That could produce a holdback for us. Orange Dream Blitz, when she goes, if she has a Blitz Orange Dream, there's a good chance we'll hold one of those back. What else am I missing, Kurt? Is that about all of them? I mean, oh, Calabi. If I get a Calabi, I'll like to keep it because I don't have any Calabis, and that's always a snake I've wanted to chase. We have that coming. Yeah, that'll probably be it. So.
Is there anything from Electra you would?
No, Electra's clutch is going to be coming up available on Patreon here very, very soon. And the whole clutch is going to be for sale. So, oh, you mean Electra? No, Electra's not. I'm thinking of Electra's mommy's clutch, Pandora. From Electra's clutch,
she is a...
maybe. I don't know yet. I'll have to wait and see what comes out. It was it's a killer bee female, is the mom. It was bred to what I think is a pastel spot nose. And the spot nose spider, after we did the pairing, people said, hey, there could be some issues with spot nose and spider. And doing some research on it, I have found some instances of more severe wobble, but they're very isolated. So it could have just been the spider gene acting up in a certain clutch. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that's going to be, and we'll make some decisions on that. And we may hold back something from there. We may not. I really don't know. I'm trying to look over at the rack and see what else is coming. We got some banana stuff coming. We're going to part with all that. We got, so yeah, I mean, that's probably it. I do know we're planning on adding some clown stuff to our collection through purchase. If you know who you are, you know who I'm getting clowns from. If you watch this, I'm buying those clowns. I also want to add maybe some mahogany. We're going to have to add some jeans from the outside this year. So, yeah. Anything else, Kurt?
No.
All right. Kurt did a good job asking questions for once. He wasn't silent. Question Girl is on a trip for her union, so she couldn't be here. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next week.